Second speaker of this morning, that is Mr. Abdul Muhari. Actually, he has a second co-author of his presentation, that is Mr. Hendra Yusrin Siri, Deputy Director for Coastal Disaster Mitigation and Climate Change Adaptation in Indonesia. Mr. Abdul has a PhD, has a bachelor from Bandung Institute of Technology in Water Resource Engineering and a PhD in Tsunami Engineering from Tohoku University in Japan. He's the expert coordinator of a global partnership on the use of space technology for disaster risk reduction. That's an interesting application, I would say. And particularly relevant in the context of today is that Mr. Abdul is the head of the Disaster Mitigation Division of the Ministry of Marine Affairs and Fisheries in Indonesia. The title of Mr. Abdul's talk is Mainstreaming Building with Nature for Coastal Protection in Indonesia. Mr. Abdul, the floor is yours.
So first of all, I would like to say thank you for inviting the Ministry of Marine Affairs in this very important meeting. We are honored to be able to share with you our work together with the EcoShape Consortium, the wetland, in the context of coastal restoration in the north coast of Java in particular and Indonesia in general. So my name is Abdul Muhari. I'm heading a division for coastal disaster mitigation in the Ministry of Marine Affairs. Okay, just a brief introduction of Indonesia. This is a three very important ecosystem in the coastal area: seagrass, mangrove, and coral reefs, where we, for these three ecosystems, we have the highest diversity global-wide. But this is the problem we have right now. As you can see, this is the official map for coastal erosion in Indonesia. In general, annually, every year, we have 2,000 hectares coastal area eroded due to the urbanization-driven land use change, and also the climate change. And this affected in about 420 kilometer coastline. And of course, it is a serious problem for us because the rate of sedimentation naturally is much less than the rate of erosion. So we only have 46% of the annual restored coastal area, which also affect in the reduction of the area of mangrove forest we have. So in 2010, we have 3.1 million hectares of mangrove, but in 2015, as you can see, the red number showing the reduction of the mangrove forest in all over Indonesia. In general, in Java, we have 78% of mangrove reduction within 5 years. So this is a very serious problem for us that should be tackled in the near future. So in the beginning of President Jokowi, our current president, phase of the presidency, the Ministry of Marine Affairs having a direct command from the president to restore the 50 location of the eroded coastal area from 2015 until 2019. So the Ministry of Marine Affairs developing the strategy and then we start to make the implementation program that we already initiated 2 years before together with the EcoShape Consortium, the Wetland International, and then we try to make a more utilization on the mangrove planting and mangrove ecotourism, which will benefit to society and the provincial and the district level. So this is the area that we selected as the pilot project. So as you can see, this is the house, and in the back of this house, this is mangrove forest, and we have a house in the seaside area. Previously, in 1989, this house located in one most exclusive residential area in the central Java, and only within 12 years, it is located in the seaside area. So this area now, at least 3 villages already start disappear from the map due to the coastal abrasion. So we need to do something in order to restore the coastal area, probably not the residential, but at least the coastal ecosystem. So this is what we are doing. This is the ideal condition of the coastal area. We have mangrove that reduce dumping the wave energy, reducing the erosion. But this is the existing area. You don't have any mangroves, but we are trying to replace the function of mangrove root by using the permeable structures. So we can expect within a short time, or maybe in a bit long time, the area here could be accumulated the sediment, and we can expect the mangrove ecosystem can be restored. So this is the cycle that we are doing from the planning processes involving the local community, because what we are thinking and we believe that managing coastal resources is all about managing people. Constructing this sort of structures probably only 2 months or 3 months, but encouraging coastal society to to maintain the structures, and then encouraging them to prevent the coastal ecosystem from unresponsible activities is a very big challenge. So we need to involving local stakeholders, and the most important part, development of social infrastructures to ensure the sustainability. So this is our pathway in the MAC, our pilot project. We starting in 2012, and 2013, we start to build a pilot area for the structures, very small amount of the structures, and we extend in 2014. We have a good result in 2013 and 2014, so we allow ourselves to a bit more confidence to build longer structures in 2015, and we continue until 2017. This is the area of the work conducted by the EcoShape Consortium, Ministry of Marine Affairs, in the North Coast, in Central Java Province. And this is the plan for us until 2015. We already moved forward in 2016 in this area, and this is the result. This is quite frequent seen photo taken by EcoShape, but having this sort of result, as you can see, this is the structures, and this is starting the accumulated sediment. We think that probably we are already on the right track to replicate, to start to think replicating this approach in the other area. So the Ministry of Marine Affairs encouraging ourselves to start thinking, building the similar structures in the other 5 locations. And it's quite long. An example, in Pati Regency, we built 3 kilometers of the structures. In Jeparat district, we also built 3 kilometers of the structures. And what we have as the result, as you can see, these permeable structures located about 200 meters offshore. And only within 3 weeks, we have this amount of sediment. Previously, we have 70 centimeters of water depth in this area. Only 3 weeks, we have this accumulated sediment. So what we have learned in this party regency, we should think about the appropriate time to construct the structures. Because in the tropical country, like Indonesia, monsoon is very important. So we need to arrange the time to construct. And also, appropriate direction and the geometry of the structures play a very important role in influencing how fast the sediment we can accumulate. However, of course, of the 6 locations, we have also a problem that we can use as lesson learned that we should avoid in the replication in the near future. So, as you can see, first, technically, the permeable structures is not the brick water. So we cannot expect this structure to reduce the wet energy. This is sediment trap structures. So this is what we learned. Why we have a damaged fence in the back, not in the front. So we have brushwood here. If we lose some of them, and there's a wave coming from this direction, it will hit the back fence, and within 2 or 3 weeks, it's damaged the back fence. So this is still a problem technically that we need to resolve. And also, the second is sense of belonging related to the social problem. You can see here, this is our permeable structures, and this is 30 gross ton fishing vessel. And you can see they enter the road in our structures. Once we have a big wave that approaches our structures, there is problem. Why don't have any sense of belonging? We need to protect these structures. And the second is, we do the nature approach, but also we face the nature problem. This is like nature against nature. In tropical area, we have the ocean insect that within 3 or 4 months after the construction of the structure, they start eating this fence, and we need to maintain and to renew this annually. This is some part of the problem we have. And the crucial problem is the money. Of course, the money is not a problem. The problem is if you don't have money, right? Money is not a problem. The problem is if you don't have money to maintain annually these structures, and if we suggest the community will do the maintenance, of course it will not going to be successful. So we are trying to combine what if we combine this nature-based solution for coastal erosion with the coastal ecotourism. So we built another structures still in the north coast of Java, in the area where we have the mangrove ecotourism, like this. So the community has sufficient money annually to maintain the structure that we have built. And you can see this is the mangrove ecotourism area, and this is about 400 meters. And this accumulated sediment only occurred within 2 months. So now they start to extend the mangrove trekking to encourage more people to come to this area. And from the Ministry of Marine Affairs perspective, we already have several locations as the application, and we have several good results. And of course, we have several problems need to be solved. But with confidence that this is our plan from 2017 until 2019, and we already start to define where the location that we will replicate the construction of permeable structures. And in tackling the climate change, we already start if we have several restored coastal area and the restored mangrove area, how much the estimation carbon storage we have from the intervention we have? And we start to estimate the potential for carbon take in economic benefit. So, as the expected outcome of intervention, the Ministry of Marine Affairs expected about 1,000 hectares restored coastal area until 2019, and it will increase our contribution to the annual rate of coastal restoration from 46% into 57% nationally, and we can expect the estimated carbon storage, and we have committed to allocate our own budget until 2019 annually this amount. So this is what I would like to present to you. This is our result in EcoShape. But before I close my presentation, please allow me 2 minutes to spend the information, a very important meeting that we will have in this October in Bali, which is our ocean conference that will be attended by 182 countries, and already confirmed head of state, prime minister, 42 persons, and we expect you to also join this conference. Can you just move forward the video a little bit? Yes. There's a message from our ministry.
Come to Bali for our Ocean Conference 2018, 29 to 30 of October. In this, our Ocean Conference, we will discuss and talk how we can keep our ocean, sustain its resources, and continue making good business, and also all commitment from all countries that have been made the pledgement, and also more new commitment to come, to make sure that the healthy ocean is ours and stays sustained to our kids, to our next generations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Muhari, for a very interesting presentation and sharing with us how the upscaling works in Indonesia. I am sure there are questions from the audience. As a matter of fact, here's a question, so it comes in through the digital system. What would be the follow-up after the permeable structures have successfully trapped sediments? Planting of mangroves, or should mangroves naturally colonize and regenerate?
Okay, the biggest problem we face in the 16th location we already have so far, that deterioration of these structures coming very quick, only 4 until 8 months after the construction of these structures. So in this case, if we expect that the mangrove will grow naturally, then we should expect that we should do the maintenance for at least 1 or 2 years. So we have another option. If we planting the mangrove in the area where we already have the accumulated sediment, we can expect that the maintenance we have to do is not in a very long time, because we can expect the growth mangrove, planted mangrove, can at least reduce the potential erosion if we have damaged the structures. But still we have a very big discussion. Should we grow the mangrove naturally, or we should plant that? It depends on the situation, and also it depends on the location and the condition of the structures.
I hope, Bram, this answers your question. Thanks for taking the lead on this. There's room for 1 or 2 extra questions from the audience. Oh, here's now an Egon. Hold on, I suppose. Would it be possible to have local communities adopt these measures and have them maintained?
Of course, it's very possible for the community to adopt these measures because it is not required a very huge amount of money. And of course, if you are not thinking about a very long construction of the structures, and let me tell you one progress we made in Indonesia. That in Indonesia, each village has a sufficient budget annually from the national government, and in several villages we already have the construction of these structures. They committed to allocate some of their annual budget to continue maintain the structures for the few years.
Okay. Thank you. I understand there's another question coming in. A question by Tamo. Does the Indonesian government have ambitions to develop and apply nature-based solutions beyond coastal defense?
Yes, and that's what I already presented. That the directive directly from the president,
Yes.
that we should do the coastal restoration project for at the 50 location by using the green structures.
Right, but I think that's still related to coastal defense, right? And I think someone suggested, well, maybe that's someone himself, but I think someone suggests here, do you foresee any other applications beyond the coastal? Beyond coastal protection schemes, which are very impressive.
So it means beyond the concrete structures and stuff?
For instance, or along rivers, or
The penetration of the understanding of the nature-based solution is still very low.
yeah.
That's a challenge for us as well to how to make a wider outreach. At least in the national level in Indonesia, this concept is still being introduced, and what we are doing now to make sure that we have this concept, because as Mr. Key said, that this is not a very common, well-studied engineering structures. So we need to have a best practice on the field to ensure, to encourage people that this is an appropriate way to do. So that is what we are doing right now.
Maybe in line with this, you adopt very much a leading role in this, in the area. Indonesia takes leadership with new structures, but the area is larger than Indonesia, and this concept is quite generic. Do you see other countries in the area who are looking at what you're doing and willing to pick up?
Yes, just 3 weeks ago, we visited Vietnam.
Okay.
And we see that they also implemented the permeable structures by using green technology, green materials. And we are now in the EcoShape Consortium in Indonesia, we are now thinking to make what if, like a colleague from Italy said, if it's possible for to have a global platform. In Indonesia, we are thinking, what if we have the center of excellence regionally first? An example in the Southeast Asia, an example, because we have a similar applicated project in Vietnam, in Thailand, and in Indonesia. Of course, we are already able to say something on that, and that would be the valuable information to be shared. So that's still in a discussion for us. Perhaps we can do it in the near future.
Okay, nice. We'll do one more. Question by Katarina. Have regulatory frameworks changed to foster the incorporation of these solutions? And if so, which key changes were necessary?
As I mentioned, that the concept of the nature-based solution is still being in the introduction phase in Indonesia. So we need to accelerate the outreach of this concept, yes. And that's what exactly we are doing right now. But still, we have a good result, and also we have a thing that we still have to learn, and this will be the key information for us to ensure that the information we will deliver to the other colleagues in Indonesia can sufficiently be accepted.
Good. The system really is working now. There are questions coming in. one by one. Here's the next one. Eric, are you looking into selling the carbon rights internationally, and what carbon price is your solution? Long-term sale, that's a different one.
Okay, this is a difficult question. So, what we are doing in the table, I show you in the last two slides, that we are trying to exercise the outcome of our intervention. So, in terms of the expected restored coastal area, of course, we already have that, and we already have the exact number of that. So we would like to extend more. What if we try to exercise to evaluate the potential carbon storage of that? And with the scheme, either scheme, it has to be sell or say there's several schemes of the carbon trading. We still on the exercising phase. So it's not really we will sell our carbon, but if possible, of course, yes, it will give benefit to the
Of course. Nice. We have one more? We do one more. By Tanya, have you considered using galions as a barrier?
This is a very good question and a very good solution to avoid the loss of the brushwood within our fence. And we still think, because when we choose the brushwood to fill the fence, means the community can do that. If we choose gabion to fill the fence, means we have to buy that. And it economically, probably will be more expensive than what we have been trying right now. So still we have pro-cons situation, which will be the best for long-term perspective of the structures, and also what will be the best economically that will be suitable for the community later on.
Okay, thank you very much. Good to hear that. We made a major mistake with your tool case. We forgot to give you a present. We'll make it up with you in a few moments. But right now we catch up on what we're supposed to do. Mr. Muhari, thank you very much for your presentation. And